the street life. No matter right or wrong, it's how we live and ride. Pedal to the floor in the fast lane. Met the fork in the road, it went straight. Hey, let's toast to the street life. No matter right or wrong, it's how we
The Black Souls, I see a lot of with Black Souls and stuff like that.
Yeah, they mainly a West Side gang, but they are notorious. They don't play. It's a handful of them when you want to compare them to the numbers of everybody else on the West Side, but they hold their own, bro.
Are they one of like the original ones from like back in the days, like one of the first?
Yeah. They've been around for 30, 40 years.
How long
everybody been around for 30, 40 years, except the Vicelords. We're the oldest black gang in America as far as that's a still operating gang, bro. Like the nation, that we started in the 50s, like 52. Remember Bob Luna? Yeah, 54.
And who was Honorable Benny Lee? I see his name being mentioned a lot. Benny Lee.
Yeah, Benny Lee, man. He was like the leader of the mafias, man. You know, I honor him, man. You know, I always honor all the leaders and everything, but you know, his nation and my nation, we don't really see eye to eye like that. You know what I'm talking about?
He was exactly
Mafia and St. Vicelord. He was Bo Deal is.
Yeah, I see Bo Deal, rapper from Chicago. Mm-hmm. So how did the 4Cs and the GDs end up clashing? Like, was it from the beginning or just a situation?
That was some big, basically in the beginning stuff. You know what I mean? That was some we ride under the 5, they ride under the 6 type of thing. And so once it started really getting bigger than just people just screaming it, you know, everybody had to take sides. So, you know, us, the Stones, the Mickey Cobras, the Latin Kings, we went our way. You know what I mean? Latin Counts. Then the GDs, the BDs, the New Breeds, the Black Souls, the Satan Disciples, the Imperial Gangsters, they went their way. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how that went about.
So growing up out there, what were some of the things you seen? Because I hear a lot of people say this about on the streets, in the gang, and in prison gangs. They say a lot of time on the streets is like outlaw, you know, is whatever. But when you go inside the prison, they got the thing I heard, one love, and a lot of blood Crips as where y'all can't fight each other no more. You know what I'm saying? We together. So how was that when y'all in the prison system?
Okay, well, I can only really speak on the county jail because that's as far as my prison term went. But as far as that, though, yeah, you are correct. Once you go in the walls, man, you get past processing and you get put on a deck or division, you going with the brothers or you going with the folks. That's it. It ain't going to be no, I'm GD or I'm BD or I'm a conservative Vicelord, I'm a universal unknown Vicelord. Nah, you are. Don't get it wrong, you are. But they going to tell you, okay, the brother's back there. You know what I'm saying? So when you walk in, they're going to ask you what you is. You're going to get screened. They don't care how old you is. You're going to get screened.
So how uncomfortable situation may be is you leave the streets with a mortal enemy, but now we got to sit here and be in the same party and be cool because, you know, we got to hold down our territory of us.
In our day class, I'm going to tell you, man, it would have been more political with how they dealt with the situation.
Okay.
But these shorties right now, they don't give a fuck about nothing. If it's up like that, it's up. They going to send it up. No matter what the situation is. If they got to risk getting fucked up by their guys, that's what they're going to do. They're going to send it up.
So now, Master, that, get to that question. So now, with you coming from another generation, what is it like seeing a generation of the people under your banner move today? And is it still possible for the older dudes to still have some kind of structure, which it seems like it's not?
That's a good question, class. It ain't that it's not possible. It's just these shorties, man, to be honest with you. I think this is a problem that everybody got. Probably this is a problem in New York, too. These shorties be off these pills. They be off the lean. They ain't trying to hit shit. They be, first off, their mind ain't even developed big enough yet. So your mind ain't developed. You done pop 4 Xannies and 3 perks and you done smoke a 7 in a wood. It's really not hard to see how this stuff happen, bro. And then, you know, people really ain't got the patience to hear nobody talking crazy to them anyway in the first place, even when you sober. So,
no, that's definitely true. So the question I'm getting to is right now, I do a lot of, research, follow the gang culture all over. I'm from New York. We got our own gang culture, but I'm more fascinated in other cities' gang culture because it's actually their culture. For us, New York is a thing that we adopted here. Like we had our little cliques, but we adopted more or less the gang culture. Like we got GDs out here, been since the 90s. They got 20 years out here, but it's not like the other cities. You know what I'm saying? The other cities is they breathe it, sleep it, eat it. Like you see it. It's not like you got to go in New York. You got to go certain places to see it. When you go to certain cities, that's a culture. So I'll be fascinated about that because it's real life shit. This ain't a joke. This ain't a movie. You know what I'm saying? People living this shit every day.
Oh
So
yeah.
what I say is, I'm looking at some parts of the West Coast, the Florencia, the Spanish gangs, a lot of Bloods who've been mortal enemies for years. A lot of them, not all of them, but a few of them came to like a truce where we come 200 of us come together and we're not gonna kill each other. We see each other in the store. We might not shake hands. We just you go left, I go right, and we don't kill each other. Do you think something like that could ever be possible in Chicago?
Honestly, I believe it can be possible, to be honest with you. But for it to be possible, structure got to be brought back in. As long as it's lawlessness, I don't think so. Because you could always have a few of your homies abide by what you say. Because they like, okay, what you talking about is some real shit. You on some real shit. I could honor that. But it's always going to be and you got a whole crowd. So you got to have a knucklehead in the crowd. And knuckleheads don't listen to nobody, man. They on go all day, every day. They just don't go.
And what's crazy though? I had a conversation with my peoples. We talk about this, and we came to the conclusion. We said, end of the day,
Let's toast to the street life. No matter where